Hello,
Nice to see
good.
you.
How are you?
I'm good. It's great to see you, Tom. It's great to see you again. We actually spoke
You too.
a couple of years ago, I think.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
good to see you
it's
again.
great to see you again. And David, it's so great to meet you guys. Congratulations on this film. It's incredible, but also terrifying in the best sense possible. You know, I felt claustrophobic watching this film because it's suffocating, and I thought I was having a panic attack the entirety of the movie, especially because of the set. You know, so I wanted to talk about the impact of that set on your performances, especially inside the cell, really, because how it made me feel and how it made the audience feels is a testament of how impactful storytelling wise a set can be, I guess.
Yeah, I think thank you first of all because I think you're meant to feel all of those things. But I think people always say that the set is the third character and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, like in our case, it genuinely it's not the third character. It's probably the main character. We're telling a story about the the prison system and how we rehabilitate people. So yeah, filming it in a real prison partially was everything. We couldn't have made this film and the way we wanted to, which was like a entertaining but grounded and a truthful portrayal of what this system is like. A lot of the film is shot on iPhone, so you can't. There's not really much movie magic in this film. It's a grounded realism, which is I think that is what makes it a bit scary. Um, yeah.
Tom, about your character, there's a lot about taking up space, I guess. And
Mm,
and for
mm.
you, David, it's much more about shrinking. You know, it's like you guys are moving and growing and growing and evolving as the story goes, I guess. Can you just talk about the physicality that evolves like throughout the film? David, you're shrinking all the time in this film. Your back is a little hunched like this, you know. And towards the end of the film, when you go back, without spoiling anything, but when you go back to the cell, you're standing straight up, you know, like I know what I'm doing. I have a plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, thank you. I'm so glad you noticed all these things. Look, I was literally shrinking because I lost a lot of weight for this role. I lost, yeah, around 30 pounds for him because not only is he suffering in the prison system, which he's been in for a very long time, but he's suffering from a form of addiction, which felt to me to kind of find that cross section. He's like he needed to be stripped a bit. So yeah, I literally was shrinking. But besides that, I think it is it's a push and pull between these two. I think about D and how Tom wonderfully inhabited him. It was like it of course D is for me very, very imposing, but it wasn't just about that. It was also about like how he takes energy and how we both maneuver each other in this tiny cell. So I think yeah, there was moments that one would shrink and there's moments that you kind of push back, and I think that kept it nimble and hopefully added to the energy of this movie.
And Tom, for you, I guess you're very much in David's face all the time. I mean, like you guys are very close. It's always pure tension, pure danger. Like, how did you feel having to? Because I guess I mean I think it was a very quick shoot, I guess,
Yeah,
but
18 days. Yeah.
18 days it's very short, but I feel like I mean what was it like for you to always have to be on top of your like I'm always angry, I'm always gonna be in David's face, being a menace, a threat in a way.
Yeah, I mean, he's not always angry, and that's the fun part. Is he's actually you never quite know what you're gonna get with him. Like one
Yeah.
minute he's jovial and joking around, and the next minute he's like warning you, "Don't mess with me."
Mm.
Um, or the next minute, something triggers him and he's up in your face, being threatening. So I kind of there was some. I think at first it was difficult to get into that headspace of kind of being a live wire that can just pop off at any minute. But then once I got into the kind of rhythm and the habit of it, there was something very freeing and very kind of cathartic about it. And it's kind of what I was so drawn to about D in the first place was just like not being inhibited in any way. He's so just like he's just whatever comes to him in the moment, that's what he does. And knowing that you get to do that opposite someone like David, who is such a good scene partner, and you're making music with that person. It's like it's the ultimate like listening and responding exercise. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, even though it's harrowing at times, and even though it's pretty brutal and gruesome at times. It's a lot of fun to kind of really get to counterbalance each other at any minute. Like we're always in counterbalance, you know.
There's obviously so very little information about their private lives. I mean, we know, you know, you have a boy and I mean a teenager now, and Tom, you say you had someone in your life but not anymore. And when we ask you why, you just don't answer. And it's like, as a spectator, I came up with so many crazy theories. I was like, what
Oh, I
happened
love
here?
that.
You know? Do you each build backstories deeper than what we are introduced to you in the film as a way to access your character's mindset a little bit better?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I do. I won't speak for David, but I do to an extent. You have to. You have to. And usually, it's like it's not that you just like kind of doing this futile exercise of like building this whole world that the audience never gets to see. But a lot of the time, it's answering questions. Like when you're going through the script for the first time, you're looking and going, kind of, why? Why is he like that? Why does he do this? What is it he needs? And usually, when you ask that question, you end up going back to imagining their childhood or imagining where they come from, and before you know it, those answers start to kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. And so it is an exercise in like filling in the gaps in a way. And then when you do that, you know, what we get to do is use our imagination, which is so fun. And it's kind of what we love about it, is like getting to use your imagination like you did when you were a kid and build a whole world that didn't exist. But yeah, to answer your question, you do get to build the world. And it's actually so exciting that the audience never gets to see it, because it's like a little secret you have. But then when you say stuff like that, where you said, you know, Dee says, I used to have someone, but not anymore. And you got to start filling in the gaps. That you're doing a little bit of what we get to do. And it's like a shared experience. And there was a version of that scene where there was a big monologue where Dee actually answers and tells him about the people he used to have in his life. And we rehearsed it, and straight away, me and Cal went, we shouldn't say it. We shouldn't say it. We realized it's so much stronger if Dee just quietly like takes a toke on his joint and goes, you know, look, you know, used to have someone, but not anymore. And it says everything without saying anything.
It's much more stronger if you don't say anything. It's just like, it fills us with dread in a way, and we don't know what's gonna happen to Taylor, because we are imagining what happened, what you did as Dee. So yeah, it's
exactly.
Well, guys, they're giving me the wrap, but thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations on this film. You did such an incredible job, and congratulations on just like your career in general, because you guys, I think you make such interesting career choices, and you have some of the best roles I've seen these past few years, both of you. So really congratulations on all that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much.